have about 1 minute, but I just clicked the start recording button. This lecture is being recorded. Please feel free to ask questions. You can ask questions by type your question on chat area or just speak up. Okay. So this is the lab we are going to do today, along with this Excel file. You can get these two files from Sakai lab website, not your lecture website, Sakai lab site. Okay. Any questions? We have 1 minute, okay, to start. Any questions? I'm good, Griffin. Thank you for asking. All right, it is 4 o'clock. Let's start. In this lab, we are going to do data display by creating some graphs. And we also do data summary by creating histogram, dashboard, etc. using pivot table, pivot chart, count if, okay. So there are total 6 questions, okay. You can find this instruction on Sakai lab site, and this is the data file. Question 1, create a line chart for the closing price for the all years and stock chart for high, low, close for August 2013. So this is the data file. You are asked to create a line chart. So for closing price, so you select closing from E3 until E1493, and then on the ribbon, quick insert. Usually recommended chart is here. You can select this is the line chart and click OK button. Okay, so that is the closing price for all the stocks. Now, question 1, part B, asks you the stock chart for August 2013. Okay, so you go, just select August. So this is August, high, low, closing. Okay, so select high, low, closing. And then go to insert. If you click this down arrow key, see all chart, and then click all charts tab, you have stock, high, low, close, okay, and click OK button. So this is the August. August stock price for high, low, and closing. So that is question 1, using chart to visually represent data. Okay. So for example, when you create this close chart, it is obvious this is the lower point, okay, up to here, okay. This is the lower point, those are the higher point. Looks like the stock is trending up as time goes by. Okay. So that is question 1. Any questions? You can type in your question on chat area, or you can speak up. Question 2, create a pie chart. So I'll show you the data for question 2. Create a pie chart showing the breakdown of occupations for each year. Okay. And then contrast this with a single column chart. So for each year. So first, I will say for year 2000. Okay. I select A5 to B13. And then insert pie chart. So this chart is for year 2000. I'll type here. And you can add data label, okay, to show the numbers. So that is for year 2000. Similarly, you can create chart for year 2010. So select column A from A5 to A13. Press and hold down Control to select non-adjacent data range, and then click 2010 from C5 to C13. After that, insert pie chart. Okay, so this is for year 2010. Okay, so this is for year 2010. And you can add data label. Okay. And the next question asks you contrast with column chart. Okay, contrast with column chart. So let's do column chart first for year 2000. Insert column chart. Maybe this one. So this is the column chart for year 2000. Okay. Similarly, you can create a column chart for year 2010 by select non-adjacent data range using Control CTRL Control, select non-adjacent data range, and then click Insert column chart. So this is for year 2010. Okay. And you can add a data label for both chart, data label. Here you can add a data label to show the number. Okay. Some people like column chart, other people prefer pie chart. So this is your personal preference. Okay. All right, so that is question 2. Are there any questions? Okay, question 3. I'll pull out the data. This is question 3. Internet usage provides data about users of the internet. Construct stacked bar charts that will allow you to compare differences due to age or educational attachment and draw any conclusions. Okay. What other types of charts be more appropriate? So this question asks you to create stacked bar charts. Okay. So first, let's construct a stacked bar chart based on age group by select from A3 to E8. Then click Insert on the ribbon. After that, from the recommended chart, you have this stacked column chart and click OK button. Okay, so this chart is based on age group. So I'm just going to type in based on age. And you can also add data label to show the numbers. Okay. So similarly, you can create a stacked bar chart based on education level. So select G4 to K8, insert recommended chart, stacked. Okay, and then click OK button. And this one is based on education. So title. Okay, and then you can select quick data label. Okay. Would any other chart be more appropriate? So let's try some other charts. Let's do age group by selecting A3 to E8, then insert. Let's choose the pie chart. So this is the based on age group. It is pie chart. You can add label. Okay, and you can. This is based on the age. Similarly, you create a pie chart for education. So insert, not column, pie chart. Oops. And change the title to education. And you can add data label. Okay, so they're both appropriate. Okay. So this is the pie chart, stacked column chart. Okay. Next question has 3 parts, A, B, C. Okay, so we have A, B, C. There are 3 worksheets corresponding to different questions. Okay. Before I go further, are there any questions, observations, comments? All right. So question 4, part A. Combine the checking account and saving account, and then sort the record by number of months as customer of the bank. After that, construct a scatter chart to show the relationship between months as customer of the bank and combined checking and saving account. So let's do combined checking and saving account. Maybe I want to wrap the text so that you can see the complete, adjust the column widths. Okay. Okay, now I want to do the combined checking and saving account equal to checking account B4 plus saving account C4. Okay. Press Enter key. And then use the fill handle. Double click to fill down. Okay. So after that, I need to sort record by number of months as customer. So sort this field from smallest to largest. Smallest to largest. After that, I will create a scatter plot. Create a scatter plot based on months being customer and combined checking and saving. Okay, So how do I do that? I select D3 to, oops. This is a huge amount of data with thousands of records. So, not thousands, hundreds. So I select column D, press and hold down Control K. Press and hold down Control K, and then select Combined Checking and Saving. Okay. After that, insert recommended quick alt chart. I want to say scatter plot. Scatter, do I have scatter? Yes. Okay. And then click OK button. So this is the scatter plot between combined saving and checking account with number of customers. Okay. Number of months at the bank. Based on this chart, looks like when you increase the number of months, the combined checking and saving also increased. Okay. So this is question A. Question 4, part A. Part B. Question 4, part B. You need to use 3.21b, this worksheet. Okay. And for part B, you are asked to filter all records for new car loans, and then construct a pie chart showing the marital status associated with these loans. Do the same with pivot table and pivot chart. Okay. So first, oops. I will filter the loan purpose. Just adjust the width so that you can see the complete heading. Okay. All right, so the loan purpose. You want to filter only for new cars. Click this down arrow key. Deselect all, and then select new car. After that, click OK button. Okay. So these are the new car. Okay. So now select from A3 to here. Press and hold down Control. Press and hold down Control. Select marital status. Okay. After that, Control C, copy. Control C, copy, and click here, Control V, paste. Okay. So after that, press ESC to get rid of those running border. ESC on top left corner of your keyboard. And then select all button, click OK button. So now we filtered all the person who applied for new car. Okay, the data is here. So once we have this data, we want to count how many singles here, how many married, and how many divorced. Okay, so I'm going to use count if. The range is here. This is the range. Okay. Because I want to copy formula later on, I press F4 button to convert to absolute cell reference, then comma. So now I'm going to just type in single using quotation mark as the criteria. So there are 59 singles in this data, 59. Now I copy the formula to the right. I want to also count married and divorced. Okay, so I'm going to need to modify. Instead of single, I want married. So I'll just click this married, or not this way. So I'm just delete this single and type in married. Okay. So you get number of married. Similarly, instead of single, you type in divorced. The spelling matters, okay? Divorced. D-I-V-O-R, D-I-V-O-R, C-E-D, I miss letter C. Divorced. All right, so you use COUNTIF function. Now the question asks you to create a pie chart. So you select data from S3 to U4. Insert pie chart, and you get this chart. Okay, you can add data label. Okay, so this is a part B. Part B also asks you to do the same with the pivot table and pivot chart. Okay, so use pivot table to produce these numbers and produce a chart. Use pivot table. So step 1, select the data range for the pivot table. This is it. And now click Insert on the ribbon. Then select Pivot Table. Okay. After that, I want pivot table maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. Okay. You choose a location. Click OK button. Okay. And those are the fields. I want to select marital status as my row. See, it gave me divorced, married, single. Then I want to count. How many married, how many divorced, how many single. See, it directly gave me the number. Okay, this is the pivot table, very powerful tool to analyze data. Okay. And next, I'm going to create a pivot chart. So maybe select pie chart, click OK button. See, the same chart as I created before. You can add data label. Okay, so this question we use 2 different methods. One, we use COUNTIF to calculate the numbers. 2, we use pivot table automatically give us those numbers. Any questions? All right. So question C, question 4, part C. Use filter capability to extract all records for individuals employed less than 12 months. Okay. Less than 12 months. So use part C, use this worksheet. To filter the data, the first step, you have to, I'm adjusting the column width. The first step, you have to convert the range into table so that you can filter. Right now, the data is in range format. You want to filter, you have to change this range to a table. How? Click anywhere inside this, anywhere. Then click Insert Table. Okay, and you have Create Table dialog box. Click OK button. See, the range has becomes a table. You can fill. Okay. Any questions? I want to double check my volume. Okay, so it is not mute. All right. So where is my Excel? This is Excel. Okay, now you are asked to filter data employed less than 12 months. So employed, months employed. Click the down arrow key. Less than 12 months, deselect all, and then select 0 to 11. Okay. Do I use try? So select all months lower than 11. So double check, yes. So I selected all less than 12. Okay, click OK button. So all these number less than 12. Okay, less than 12. And then you are asked to compare number of months employed with credit risk. This is the question. The question asks you, does it appear months employed have something to do with credit risk? Okay. To answer that, maybe you want to filter, to sort data from smallest to largest, and then you look at this data. So as number of months increase, looks like the risk is low. Okay. As number increase, you can compare. Looks like, not exactly. Okay. So that is part C. Any questions? All right. So next question. Question 5. Question 5 is a credit rating. You are asked to use histogram to create a frequency distribution. Okay. To create a histogram for number of months as a customer of the bank. And then you create bins based on your judgment. After that, compute relative frequency, compute cumulative relative frequency, and use a line chart to construct a ogive. Okay, so lots of steps in question 5. All right, so histogram for which data? Number of months as customer. Months as customer. This one here. We want to create a histogram based on this data. Based on this data. So first I'm going to check what is the maximum number here. Okay, and what is the minimum, so that it will help me to create my bin. Okay, so I'm going to say what is the maximum number in column D, what is the minimum number. So minimum of this. Okay, F4 button, because I want to copy down the formula. Minimum is 5. Okay, and then I change MIN to MAX, which becomes maximum number. Maximum is 73. So my bin, BIN bin, I would start with 0, then 10. Excuse me. Okay, and then maximum is 73, so I would say 80. The bin will end with 80. Okay, this is my bin. And then you go to data analysis. By the way, make sure your Excel has data analysis. If you are a Windows user, you go File, oops. How do you get data analysis for Windows user? File, Options, on the bottom, Options, Quick Add-ins, and then select Analysis Toolpath. Make sure Excel add-ins, quick Go button, then quick OK button. Okay, after that, you will have data analysis. And select histogram, quick OK button. Input range. Input range is from D3 to D, that's correct. Bin range, maybe I will reselect, oh, this is, so what is the input range? From D3 to, that is input range, and bin range is from here. As you can see, I include label, so I check out the labels. I want to output in P4, that's fine. Maybe I want, where do I put output? Maybe here, that's fine. I also want to chart output histogram, quick OK button. Okay, so this is my chart. This is my frequency distribution. Okay. After that, you are asked to create a relative frequency distribution. To do relative frequency distribution, you need to add total. Okay, so sum, add all these numbers together, that is the total. Okay, so it is 425. Okay, that is the total. Once you have this number, what is the relative frequency? It is the frequency divided by total. Because this total is the same for every number. So I press F4 button to translate to absolute cell reference. Why I need absolute cell reference? I need to copy down the formula. See, I need to use file handle to copy down the formula. Okay, so this is relative frequency. After that, I need to compute cumulative relative frequency. Cumulative relative frequency. Remember what is cumulative frequency? The first number is the first number. The second number is the sum of previous numbers. Sum of previous numbers. I forgot equal sign. Any formula start with equal. Okay. Equal sum the previous numbers. Because I want to copy down formula, I need to change this number into absolute cell reference, $R$5. Because I want to copy down the formula, use file handle. Okay, so this is the cumulative frequency. Once you have cumulative frequency, and the algebraic curve is based on the bin and the cumulative frequency, you can create an algebraic curve. So select this range, press and hold down Control, select cumulative frequency. and then insert recommended, this one here, okay, scatter plot, and click OK button. So this is your Agive curve. Okay, I'll put it here. All right. Any questions? Any comments? Make sure after this lab, you are going to do this by yourself, okay? Because the lab quiz will have similar questions, similar format. During the lab test, I will give you this Word document. I will give you the Excel data, and I ask you some questions. You carry out the task based on this question. Okay. So I did question 5. Question 6. This is question 6. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So this is question 6. I also want to show you the question. Okay. Create dashboard for restaurant sales. Create dashboard. That is the question. There is no correct answer, okay, but make sure you understand what is the dashboard. Check out your textbook for definition. So basically, a dashboard, it is an entry point where the most important is displayed on the top left corner, okay? So suppose you are the owner of this restaurant. What information do you want from this data? Those are the data. And how do you use Excel graphical function to analyze this data? Any suggestions? You are the manager of the restaurant. What do you do with the data? Any suggestions?
Arrange by date.
Oh, that's good. Range by day, yes. Range maybe by Saturday, Sunday, then Monday to Friday. Excellent. Thank you. Any other suggestions? After you arrange by day, so what? What you are going to do next? Do you want to know, as manager, the total sales for lunch on Saturday, the total sales for lunch on Sunday, etc.? You also want to know the total sales for dinner on Saturday, Sunday, etc. Total sales for delivering sales on Saturday, Sunday, etc. Right? So you may also want to know the average sales for lunch, average sales for dinner, average sales for delivery based on day, Saturday, Saturday, Monday to Friday, etc. Okay? And finally, you also want to know the total sales for April, the whole data. Give me a graphical representation. Okay? So that is the 3 things as a manager you want to know. Total sales, average sales based on day, and then overall sales for April. Okay. The tool to create total sales, average sales is a pivot table, pivot chart. Suppose this is the question on the quiz. I will give you instruction. Create total sales for lunch, dinner, and delivery based on day. What do you do? That is the question. I repeat the question. Create total lunch sales, total dinner sales, total delivery sales based on day. you need to know, oh, use a pivot table. Okay, so let's do it. Click anywhere, anywhere. Then insert pivot table. Okay, I want the result of pivot table maybe here. And click OK button. And now I want to, based on day, D-A-Y, day, so you click and drop day into the row. And what I want the total launch sale, so you click launch sale into the volumes. I also want the total dinner sales. Click and drag dinner sales here. And then click and drag delivery sale. Wow, you get this total sale based on day. Thank you so much for your suggestion, based on day, okay? And after that, you create a pivot chart. So nice, this chart. And see, this chart gives you the total sales for the based on day. Okay, and furthermore, you can add data table. Wow, see, based on the sale data table, and put the labels so that you can see the value for each sales. Okay, so we got the total sales using pivot table. Now, by the same procedure, you can create average sales. Okay, how? Just repeat yourself. Click anywhere in this data, anywhere. And then insert pivot table, pivot table. Click existing worksheet. Where do you put the result? Maybe here. Click OK button. And this time, I want to do average. So still based on day, click day into this row. And then click and drag launch sales into value. But I want average. It gave me the sum. You click the down arrow key. Select value field settings. See, change the sum to average. And click OK button. See, you get average for different day. Next, you click and drag dinner sales. Release your mouse. Click the down arrow key. Value field setting. Select average. Lastly, click delivery sales. Down arrow key. Value field settings. Average. Click OK button. All right. So you finished the average. Now you want a pivot chart. Okay. OK button. Just adjust the position. And you want data table, wow, and data label. And increase the chart so that you can see clearly the numbers. Okay. So those are the total sales, average sales. Okay. Lastly, you want to get an overall picture of the sales happened for all April. So you click all of them, this data. Then you go to insert, recommended chart. You select this chart and you click OK button. Okay, and you just move this a little bit below this one, and you change the title. This is April sales. The blue color represents launch sales. Orange, dinner sales. Delivery is green. As you can see, the dinner sales has the highest value. launch cells are the lowest value usually. Okay, and what is dashboard? This is your dashboard. This 3 graph is your dashboard along with these 2 tables. This is your dashboard. Okay. Any questions? Anything? I need to take attendance. You continue to ask if you have any questions, okay? But I want to take attendance first. And this is my lab 3, Monday class, from 4 to 5. I took the attendance. I'm going to check the message box. Are there any questions? Any questions? Comments, observations? Please make sure you redo this lab based on this instruction, the Word document. Can you do each and every question independently? If you can't, you can watch my video recording, okay? Do it again and again until you feel very comfortable with each and every question, because our upcoming quiz 1 will have similar questions. Okay. We have just a few minutes left. Are there any last minute questions? Anything? All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. Any questions? And I'm going to stop recording.